Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So continue from Shri Harinama Vyakaranam, Sutra 35. Varna Swarupe Rama. The word Rama is used to designate a single Varna. For example, so when Jiva Goswami further says that when only the Varna itself is to be expressed, Varna means any particular like letter, like ka, kha, any vowel, any consonant. So when only the Varna itself is to be expressed, the word Rama should be added. This is because Rama is famous for accepting only one wife. Examples are a Rama, E Rama, and so on. Like other grammarians, uh, they add kar. Like in India, it's quite famous. A kar, E kar, ka kar, and so on. So J. Goswami says there's no need for any kar. He instead uses Rama. So now onwards, if we are to address or express any single letter, Varna, then we'll add Rama along with it. So A Rama, E Rama, U Rama, Ka Rama, Kha Rama, whatever. Any letter. Okay. Varna Swarupe Rama. Then Tadadi Dvaye Dvayam. The word Dvaya is used to designate the pair of Varnas beginning with the Varna that is mentioned. So the word Dvaya is used to designate the pair of Varnas beginning with the Varna that is mentioned. So for example, like coming back to the Sarveshwaras, you know, if we see we have 14 Sarveshwaras, 14 vowels. And if we make like 7 pairs out of those 14 Sarveshwaras, like is one pair, is another, I is one pair, and is another. So like this 7 pairs. So if we are to express either of these pairs, you know, then we'll add dvaya with the first letter of the pair. For example, if I have to address and I will not say and again and again. I'll simply say advaya. Advaya. So advaya means and together. Similarly, idvaya means e and e together. Udvaya, hridvaya, lridvaya, edvaya, and odvaya. Okay, like that, 7 of them. Quite simple. The word dvaya is the name of the Lord because it indicates Lakshmi Narayana. Dvaya. Hmm. Now, there are 3 operations or vidhis in Sanskrit grammar. So, so first of all, so we'll go through this and we'll discuss more about it. So, Sutra 37 says Adesho Virinchi. Substitution is called Virinchi. Adesho Virinchi, substitution. So, first of all, it is Adesha which is known as, which is in English is substitution Virinchi. So the process of, so operation is like process, we can say also. Um, substitution. Substitution means when we bring or replace one or more letters with another letter, or yeah, another letter. That is called substitution. An example of it could be, let's say, Arjuna. No, let's say Krishna. So this is an example of Santi, where Krishna and Arjuna. So both of these aramas, by a particular rule of substitution, so both of these aramas are replaced by the long a. So it becomes Krishna Arjuna. This is an example of substitution. We'll learn more about this. And this process in general is known as Adesha, but in Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, Jiva Goswami names it as as Viringchi. Viringchi. Viringchi is one another name of Brahmaji. Hmm. Then the second process is Agamo Vishnu. Insertion is called Vishnu. Then the second process is Agama insertion, which is Vishnu. So Agama is insertion, which is Vishnu. When we insert a new element, any letter or anything, for example, Sun, Yukta, Avyaya, an example of Sandhi again. So we have Sun and Avyaya, two different words, and by so by one rule, we add another na here. We insert another na. We'll learn these rules ahead in Sandhi, but I'm just giving an example. Okay, so this was an example of insertion or agama, which is known as Vishnu in Harinamamrit Vyakana. Then the third one is Lopo Haraha. Deletion is called Hara. So Hara Vidhi. This is Lopa Vidhi actually. Deletion, which is known as Hara. So it is basically deletion. For example, Arjunaha Vacha. So there is this, these are two words Arjunaha and Vacha, and by one rule of deletion, we delete this Vishnu Sarga. We delete this. And it becomes Arjuna Vacha. An example of deletion, Lop. So this is the deletion, the rule of deletion, which is known as Lopa in general and Hara Vidhi in Harinamamrita Vyakaranam. Yeah. So three of them. Adesha, known as substitution. Agama, known as insertion. Lopa is deletion. So these are the three vidhis or operations employed all over. Yeah, I mean, if you take note of it, I go to question. So amongst the Dashavataras, sorry, the Sarveshwaras, the 14 of them, only the first 10 are mentioned. The rest are mentioned in the next chapter. So, Sarveshwara, 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 were considered in the Ekatmaka groups. A, I, O, Au, they were not considered because they're different. But
Hmm.
when we are to discuss the Dvayas, then we are also including A, I, O, and
Hmm.
O. Okay, this is clear. These three processes, with these Adesha, Agama, and Lopa. More, it will be more clear ahead.
Yes, Prabhu, it's already clear.
Okay, last sutra for this section. Sutrani Shadvidhani. There are six kinds of sutras. Okay. As we are studying the Harinamamrit Vyakarana, it is composed of sutras mainly, solely. Only sutras are there and it is composed of the sutras. Uh, so sutras are of different kinds. It's not of it's not like all the sutras are of one nature or of one kind. So there are six kinds of sutras here, you know. And what are they? Sangya cha paribhasha cha vidnayama eva cha atideshodhikarascha shadvidham sutra lakshana. So the six kinds of sutras are Sangya, Paribhasha, Vidhi, Niyama, Atidesh, and Adhikara. I think I have something interesting regarding this. Hmm, Let me share something with you. Krishna, where was it? Here. Let me share this. Okay, so the rules of the Sanskrit grammar are of six types, um, six kinds of rules or sutras instead. So, first of all, Sangya, mm, sutra, sutras which uh, are known as Sangya sutras. So, they are the rules which assign a particular term to a given entity. Like we have been doing, like the first 10 Sarveshwara, the first 10 vowels will be known as Dashavataras, the 14 of them will be known as Sarveshwaras. So here we are assigning a particular term, a definition. If we are defining it. So these are the Sangya Sutras, first kind. Okay. Then The second kind is Paribhasha Sutras, interpretive rules or meta rules, rules which regulate proper interpretation of a given rule or its application. They will come ahead. Adhikar rules, heading rules, rules which introduce a domain of rules sharing a common topic, operation input. Actually, for the timing, just knowing the first one is sufficient. The Sangya Sutras, because we have done Sangya Sutras. Other ones, they will come ahead. Uh, so as they come ahead, we'll discuss this again. Uh, yeah, I'll share this with you, and yeah, we'll discuss that when they come ahead. So yeah,
Prabhuji, I will also like to say that Jiva Goswami in Krishna Sandarbha said that the word Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam is Paribhasha Sutra.
uh, yeah, Paribhasha Sutra.
Uh,
Mhm. Yeah, because that gives a proper interpretation of that phrase, Krishna Bhagavan.
yes, yes.
So here in this book also they have given some explanation, right? So this is also there, and I'll also share the PDF, the corresponding PDF. Okay, so today I was thinking to discuss some pronunciation quickly. So first of all, I would like to tell you about like the difference in pronunciation between a short vowel uh, versus a long vowel. That is one main thing. So this is basically some material from my pronunciation course. Hmm. So as we know, as you can see it here, so there are 14 vowels. Um, so we have short vowels, five of them. Then we have long vowels, five of them again. And these four are long. All of these four are long. A, I, O, and O. Okay. Long, always long, the same thing. So they're long. Now, what is the difference? So the sound of Sanskrit mantras is, so the two difference, basically there are two differences in pronunciation of short and long. Short vowel, so one is duration, kal, time taken to pronounce the letter, and second is the effort which we put while pronouncing it. So for example, for the first one, duration, so let's say if we take one matra or 1 second, let's say, in order to pronounce the short vowel, so it will take double the time of that in order to pronounce the long vowel. This is very basic thing, but this is really like very important because many times we just skip it or we just over go, we just miss it. So yeah, So that is one thing. The second thing is effort. It takes lesser effort in order to pronounce the short vowel, whereas it takes more effort in pronouncing the long vowel. For example, the first example here, just try to pronounce after me. Bala, you know, again, bala. And then the second one, bala, bala. You see, first of all, let's see the duration thing. Bala and bala. So the long vowel is taking more time, you know, it's practical double the time of that, which we take in pronouncing the short vowel. And secondly, pratna, bala and bala. While pronouncing the long vowel, it takes more effort, pratna. So if we give a special, care on this point, then mm, like really our pronunciation would sound very cool, let's say. You know, really very good. Just this pratna and kala. So this was one thing I was to share, and then I wanted to share. So there are 5 places in our mouth from where the pronunciations take place. Mm, so so basically when we are to say out any particular word or anything, so scientifically the air comes out from our stomach, actually from the belly. Technically it is understood, from the belly it comes, and then that air comes up and up, and in our mouth, and then that air is blocked throughout tongue, because then comes the movement of the tongue. In the tongue, it moves in a particular direction and it touches either of these places, and then a particular sound is created. So throat, soft palate, hard palate. Actually, this is in reverse order. The second one here is hard palate, and the third one here is the soft palate. Fourth is the teeth, and fifth is the lips. So I'll just show you how it works. So first of all, if let's just do it. Just pronounce after me these letters. K, K, and also note the movement of your tongue, where the tongue is touching. Any part of the tongue. Is it touching the same way as it is shown here? Again, K, K, G. Is it touching? The back part of the tongue. This one. G, Ng. Right? So these letters are the letters pronounced from the throat, and that's why they are called gutturals. Okay. Then comes the second group, the second place, the cha varga. Cha. Basically, here what's happening is mm, the tongue is touching this particular point, the point just behind the upper teeth. Now say after me, cha, cha, ja. Is it touching the tongue just behind the upper teeth? So this is basically the talu in Sanskrit, talavya. So palatal. Okay, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya. Then The third one is the t varga, the hard palate. Here, the tongue touches the portion even behind the palate, the last one, more towards the backside. So, t, say after me, t. Is it touching, that portion? Like really, even behind the palate. So, this is called the cerebral, the hard palate. T. Now, first of all, say ch and then say t. You will naturally feel the movement of the tongue. Ch, let's say this is the mouth, these are my teeth. So, ch, t. Ch comes here behind the teeth and t comes even behind that, right? T, th, d, dh, n. Okay. Then the fourth one is the letters which we pronounce from the teeth, like the tongue touches the teeth. For example, th, say th, th, right? Is it touching? So th, th, the, the, n. So tongue touches the teeth. So these letters are called dental letters, varnas. And then the last one are the letters pronounced from the lips only. P, p. There's practically no usage of the tongue here. The air is being blocked from the lips, by the lips in this particular. P. Can you pronounce P without closing your lips? Just try that. You can't. So, P, P. Okay, the second one is not F. We say it like F, like the F sound in English. It's not F because in F there is a combo of the teeth and the lip. F, F. But it should be both lips, right? So the F sound is not right. It's P, P. Then B, B, M. P, 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 M. Okay. Uh, and so this was one thing. Another thing I would like to share with you regarding pronunciation is the sibilants. This is interesting. So these sibilants, like basically the shauris, shar, sha, sa, I would like to discuss because these three are quite technical. So they're like hissing sounds. You can hiss them like shh, you can hiss those sounds. Uh, okay. First of all, let's take the simple sa sound, like in sapta. Sa, like in sapta, or sarb, like in English seven, and so on. So here in pronouncing this sapta, sa, so the tongue goes toward the teeth, sapta, partially touches the teeth, sapta, not completely. Okay, then the second one is sh. It's like the tongue here touches the place just behind the upper teeth, like in church, sh, like sh, like in word sugar, shiver, shadow, sh, sh. And the third one is like third. The tongue touches the cerebrum, like sh, sh. So yeah, so you can see the movement sa, sh, sh. If you pronounce these three sh in sequence, like I have given here, you will see that your tongue first goes like this, then the angle changes in the second one, and in the third one it changes like this. You will literally see. You just try to pronounce in sequence. Number one. Okay. Just try that s, sh, sh, and you will see the movement of your tongue. It will be s, sh, sh, s, sh, sh. Noticing that? So it really makes it very easy to understand. S, sh, sh, s, sh, sh. You getting it? S, sh, sh. I'm indicating the movement of the tongue through my hand. S, sh, sh. The third one is sh. The third one is literally a very dry sound. Sh, 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 sh. Like in Krishna, Krishna. So, hmm. Yeah, so that was about the pronunciations and what else? Yeah, now what was your question, Vijay Govind Prabhu, the day before yesterday regarding pronunciation?
Some devotees say that the proper pronunciation of the name Nrsimha is Nrsimha. Nrsimha. I don't know the source, but this opinion is popular nowadays, at least in our country. I wanted to
Yeah,
ask you.
so it's simply Nrisingha, Nrisingha. Now, for the pronunciation of this Anuswar or the Vishnu Chakra, it could be either pronounced as Nrisingha or it could be Nrisimha. That could be allowed, but otherwise it's simple Nrisingha or Nrisimha. Nrisingha or Nrisimha.
So it's not a mistake to say Nrsimha.
No, it's not Gha, Ha, Nrisingha,
Nrsimha.
Nrisingha. Sometimes it is also Narasingha. That is also right if it comes in some verse. Like Namaste Narasimhaya. So that the first one is Narasingh. It's not Narisingh. And then onwards it is Nrisingha. Like the Nrisingha prayers, they're really technical. Let me just write that those verses. Namaste Narasimhaya. Oh, we have Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahla Prahlada Prahlada Hiran that is one verse. So Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladahdayine Hiranya Kashipor Vakshah Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Then Ito Nre Singh Ito Nrisingho Parato Nre Singho Yato Yato Yami Nre Singh Nre Singh
By the way, Ito Nrisimho, is it correct?
Yes, that's right. Okay. Sorry. Ito Nrsimha. It is not. It is Ito Nrsimha. Right. Parato Nrsingho Yato Yato Bahir Nrsingho Nrsingho Bahir Nrsingho Hridaye Nrsingho. I think this is also Nrsingho.
Yes.
Nrsingham Shara Nam. This is the correct one. Namaste Narasinghaya Dada Dada Dayine Hiranyakashipurvakshah Shilatankanakalaye Ito Nrsingha Parato Nrsingho Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrsingha Bahir Nrsingho Hridaye Nrsingho Nrsinghamading Sharanam Prapati. So it is O here and it is like the Vishnu Sarga here with Rama. Why so? So as we do the sandhis, it will be clearer why these differences are there. So
So it is possible to summarize. It is possible to say Narasingha also.
only here, like here, the first one is Narasingha.
And to say Nrsimha, is it possible or
No, like what it is here. Narasingha is also right, Narsingha is also right. Both are right.